So folks were asking about the garden and getting a little update on it, so I thought I would include some more info on individual like areas or trees if folks are interested. So this is a 4-in-1 cherry that's just gotten kind of cooked, but these are the original 3 branches. Let's see here, this is the last one in the back there. So there's Bing, Lapin, and let's see, and Van, that's right. And then I put in this graft just recently, the last year, and it's some sort of, I can never remember what it's called, but it's like a Russian, it's like a black, very, very dark cherry. So I'm gonna clean up this branch here to come so it's not as competitive for here, and take out this lower branch later when it's not so hot. This is a single pomegranate. It's doing really well. We'll do some more stuff on the beehive later, but it's a horizontal Langstroth. Anyways, I think they pollinated this pomegranate pretty well as a Nasmet. 2 different kinds. There's a banana back here, and then this is just a blue ice cream banana. I need to clean it up a little bit. I'm not sure what that tree is. I'm letting it survive for right now. There's a dragon fruit pitaya in there. This is there's an early grande peach down here. There's the early grande. It had some burn. The sun here is really, really bright, and as you can see, it's like gotten really hot. This upcoming week is supposed to be cooler, so hoping for that. But there's an early grande peach, and then Laura is she likes the Saturn, or these flat donut peaches, sometimes they're called. Many of these are ripe right now, so pretty good. I think this is another of the blue java, but that banana right there is a red. This is a apricot. Sorry, not an apricot, it's a nectarine. You can see some of the fruit in here. They're pretty good. I think they grow on last year's growth, so like all the branches are kind of small right now, but just need to prune it a little bit less heavily because it's doing so well as a fan shape. I didn't even talk about this one. This is another is a candelabra shape, so it's like a bunch of verticals, and this is a sour cherry, and they just finished up. You can see some of the cherries right. Ooh, I can't focus on both. Right there. They're just drying out. We didn't get to them all, but candelabra is doing well. These are for shape and sort of shaping the design of the yard. And this is a sad story. This whole branch broke off because it had death because of the sun from the previous owner left it open, so you can see some cracks are developing, so this branch will probably fall off. So what I did was I took the branches from the tree, and there were already different types. Like this is a variegated pink lemonade lemon. It goes by different names. You can see the leaves are both green and white there, and then in the back I just grafted on the same thing as the grapefruit right here, because I wanted to make sure that it was going vertical in the direction I wanted. And then there's this one here is a blood orange, so those were already on that tree, and they're doing really well on a top graft right there. So coming out, labels, all that. I plan to take out that other branch as soon as those are able and strong. This is a Meyer lemon. It's not grafted. Another nectarine here. You can see there. Do I have that right? Or is this a apricot? It's an apricot. I don't know what I'm talking about. Nectarine. An apricot. But anywho, delicious. This one's a little bit later. This is a Babcock peach. It's not grafted, so that whole thing is just been thinned. Laura thinned it, so you can see like there's, you know, sort of apricots, a bunch of apricots, and then down the fence line are all citrus. So just off to this direction, this is a Mexican avocado that's doing really well. It's everything's like 3 to 5 years, is that right? In so you'll see stuff just sort of getting started, except for stuff that was here when we got it, like this citrus. And I took off this branch to top graft it and got this graft to do really well. This is southern facing, so it's well shaded, and this used to be the chicken coop, so plenty of, well, too much nitrogen in here, and so it really kind of thwarted these trees. It sent them off in a weird direction like this one. So this, I'm not sure if this is a blood orange here, and then this may be blood orange, so I'm trying to sort of be patient with those, and this is kind of a unhappy orange, but I'm hopeful that once I remove the thick layer of chicken poop, these citrus will do better. This is an orange. It just did have fruit on it, and now has crazy scale. Look at that. That's some sad scale that are feeding all those ants. So anywho, need to get in here, spray this down. Just did spray the sapote, and it seems to be doing pretty well. There's the chickens. Hi, chickens. They've got a, oh, well, anyways, I could do a whole video on the chicken coop and all that. But anyways, there's, I think we have 8 chickens going now, and they're doing pretty well. But on top of them is a live roof of succulents. So I built that and got some photos of that being built. I could put a video together on that. But anywho, they're, a lot of them are in bloom right now. Over in that area, these guys are blooming, and up top, doing really well. It's really pretty. Looks like there's some mice like coming in on here and down here, moving a bunch of the rock down. So we're gonna have to fight them somehow. And unexpected. I could have put some sort of chicken wire or something down on that. I feel like a lot of what I do here is make dirt. Like I feel like I'm a dirt farmer. So this is like my sort of finalized dirt that I filter out and use, but this is empty right now. I just turned all that soil, but that's where I keep all the clippings and stuff in the yard. Blueberries, got 4 different kinds of blueberries. So there's a giant, this one's almost finished blueberry, but it's the earliest. And then this is a low bush blueberry. And here, this is the newest blueberry. I haven't gotten too much fruit off of it. It's in its first year. And then this one here, there's fruit all over it. And that's a pink blueberry. Why is it called pink blueberry? I don't know. But they taste different. They do. They taste more like that sort of lemonade flavor. Strawberries, which we'll get more of in the future years when they start growing out of. These are a big early strawberry. We got our dutiful rhubarb in here, and it's in its 3rd year, so it's really coming on. And then down here, these are a white strawberry, which I saw some fruit on. Oh yeah, here's the fruit there from that white strawberry. These are almost ready. The raspberries, 2 different kinds of raspberries. The yellow raspberries are down here, but yellows are in, the reds got burnt over the last heat wave. Carrots in here, potatoes in the back. I think just potatoes right now. Strawberries and peppers, a lot of peppers from the neighbors, super cool. Got from them. Some onions, looks like some basil got from mom. We got little lemongrass in here, and there's even some ginger down here, and then strawberries around the top. Some squash, some other squash. I have no idea what's going on in here. Oh, and then some beans I see. Probably a bunch of volunteers. Blackberry actually got scorched, if you can believe it. Got burnt from that last heat wave, which is funny because everything's on the same watering. But yeah, they got cooked. The goji berries are actually doing pretty well, and they have some flowers. These purple flowers in here are doing very well. And then we got these are garlic, I think. So these are pretty good in salads. Some more beans, squash looks like. And then Laura's getting some seeds from some of the lettuces that were in here. You can see there's some kale down there and stuff. Oh, and then that whole back fence, I'm sure if you can tell. These are all apple trees. These are all Fuji's. So the 1, 2, 3, there's Marisha, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we have 7. And apples, and there's apple. This is their first year. So I got them all espaliered to the fence line there. So there's 3 lines, and there's fruit on them. So this is their first year with fruit. It's kind of cool. But I'll clean these up and get them back, on the fence line once it gets into summer, sort of heading into winter. Oh, here's some fruit right here. So yeah, so they're a couple fingers wide. And that's a Concord grape there. Should be nice on a nice espalier over the top. Elderberry and lollyberries. This pawpaw is sadly probably dead. Sad moment of silence. There's a rose in the back there that I got for Laura, and it's a perfume rose. So there's a couple of roses that I can show that are for that actually, and then there's a climbing rose. It's, I don't know what it is, but like these Italian cypress, or we put in just a couple of years ago to cover some of the neighbors, the electric pole. Nothing you can do about that. The jasmine smells amazing in the morning. I had a graft on this actually. I had a Desert King on this. This is a panache, so it's a variegated striped fig. It's pink and delicious. Jasmine smells good in the morning. This is six apples. There's let's see, there's 3 that go that way, and then there's 3 that go that way, right? And then I'm creating another level, so I'm this branch right here I'll graft onto. This branch right here I'll graft onto, and it'll head out further this way, and then I'll graft another one that'll go that way, so I'll get another level off of it, but make it a little bit taller. So again, just as a leveling sort of area. Lots of apples on it. This is in its 3rd year, I think, but a lot of it's been burnt on the top. Oh, I created a arch. This is a rainbow. Actually, it's shaped like that, of 3 different layers of plums, and they have different grafts or across. I don't even know how many grafts that are all grafted like this, but they're by color. So it goes by the color of the rainbow. And when they're, I don't know if there's any fruit, there's always almost fruit on it because, it's so many different kinds of fruit. So yeah, so look at all these plums in here right now, because that's what's ready. I need to like trim the heck out of this thing because it's just out of control. Don't know what I was thinking. I got bored one day, left my own devices, but I'm gonna have one of these later. Okay. This is a vertical garden that, yeah, I need to clean up as well. But like it wasn't getting water for a little while, so I need to like clean that stuff up. But yeah, there's some reeds, and then all kinds of bulbs. Like these bulbs will come back. They're, nice pink flowers. And then we've had all kinds of stuff in there. We had like fish in there for a while, and they all succumbed to a bird, I think. So different things to do. Is the this side of the house you can see, but we're right next to summer solstice right now. So in another couple hours, this will be just caked, burned. So when we moved in, the dirt was just like caliche almost. It was so hot. So I needed to cool this side of the area, this side of the house. And the only thing I could think that could kind of survive that is something like a kiwi. So this kiwi actually does pretty well. You can see it was, you know, just tortured, burned right here, but overall it's doing well because it's getting thicker in a couple of years now. And you're like I said, 4 or 5 now on this. This is a Hayward fuzzy kiwi like you'd buy in the store. And yeah, it got a little burn, but overall it's doing pretty well. And then I just recently soiled it and fed it and then remulched it. Laura got me my favorite flower, never guessed, but it's a passion fruit. So I got this, and no flowers on it yet, but it's integrating well. Oh yeah, still going all the way over here. And this is another, this is a hardy kiwi. Actually it's hardy for cold, not hot, but similarly I remulched it and soiled it. It's doing well now. And this is the female of the hardies, so it's doing well and growing out, it actually gets morning sun, so it's doing better than some. This is another wall. We have a roof garden, and we also have a garage door sort of vertical garden with succulents in it, and it's doing very well, growing out, and this is really in its first year. So yeah, the dirt is just pushed up against wetboard by the moss and fencing, and all the plants grow in it pretty well. And there's a bunch of figs, like, so there's 3 trees right here, but then in each direction there are grafts that go off. They're kind of hard to show, but all the branches that grow off of there are individually grafted to have a lot of different varieties of figs possible. This is a lemon Eureka. Oof, still going strong. Lemon. And then here are more figs. So the same sort of pattern. 1 tree here, and then a second tree further down, and then a third tree further down. But then in each direction there are branches that go this way and branches that go this way. Oops, this way. And so I grafted onto each of those directions with different kinds of figs. So it's just covered right now in different kinds of figs. And we have a lot of wood chips. So I've been playing with wood chips, trying to figure out what the yard will look like and how much cooler, you know, shade areas and stuff like that with wood chips in this area, because I want to take up this. I think our driveway needs to be like for 8 cars. It would easily fit 8. The strawberries have gone out into the yard. There's another yellow strawberry, and that's a white sapote, and a fern, and that's a tuberose, Laura's favorite flower. Got some lemon sage and a dead fern. So there's sage, more strawberries, and rosemary, and a lot of herbs and stuff. More tuberose and bananas. I have its backups because I knew some would die. And these are more of those roses I was talking about before, used for perfumes. There's some more herbs, and then a fig that I'm deciding whether I want to graft on or not. And then this is a banana, and that is the white sapote. This is a Vernon sapote, and I was just cleaning it yesterday. It had some funk on its leaves, these black spots that I was a little bit concerned about, but I was able to spray it with some clove oil and neem oil and stuff. Yeah, I think it's doing fine. Got a crepe myrtle, and there's a persimmon. There's the crepe myrtle. There's the persimmon. And then we got a line around the property of roses. So around that side, roses. And there's also some pyracantha. Is that right? Pyracantha? Those little purple flowers that come out there. Got some water feature kind of comes along here. It's actually a big water drain, and all the water drains to a big reservoir I put and dug in the other side of the house because there's a lot of flooding issues. But there's a two limes. There's a Bear's lime on the right, and then on the left is a key lime. And then these are pistachios here, pistachio. And then there's a whole other side that was down next to the side of the house. These are different guavas, the two guavas that we like. I love guavas very much. And this is a mandarin quad, and this is a satsuma, and this is a caracal. So lots and lots of different citrus all along this fence line here, and that's the so they can share all the same nutrients. I fertilize them all the same sort of stuff. And the bananas, I can sort of phase. You can see the banana there. I can sort of phase into new stuff. Fajoya, that's the other name for these. They aren't. They're not a tropical guava. It's the Fajoya family. So that is the yard, our front yard and backyard. I think I hit almost all the plants. It's a beautiful big oak tree right there. But you can see over the fence. You know, the bees are all coming up next to the cherry tree where we started.